Hi, this is Pella from Just Tutors, and today we will learn about carbon and its allotropes. So we will discuss about carbon, its importance, its different forms, which we call allotropes, and then we will talk about how does it make bond with other elements, which is covalent bonding. So let's move on. So why we are discussing carbon? Actually, carbon is the most versatile element found. And why is it so? Because it is used in so many places, or we can say it is a vital part of so many things around us. If we talk about our food, most of the things in food contains carbon. The things which we use, like paper to write, that contains carbon. And like these, so many things are there which contains carbon. So either in elemental form or in compound form, carbon is very important. And if we talk about an environment in Earth crust, it has only 0.2%, and in environment we have 0.03% of carbon dioxide. It is very less in amount, but still it is very important. Now, if we talk about allotropes are the different form of same element. They have different physical structures, and carbon has diamond, graphite, and fullerenes. We will talk about it. Now, covalent bond. So, two types of bond we know, like when any reaction takes place, when any compound is formed, two types of bonds are made. One is covalent, and another is ionic. In ionic bond, sharing of electrons take place, but in covalent, the I'm sorry, in ionic, transferring of electrons take place, but in covalent bond sharing of electrons takes place. This is also called molecular bond. So we can take example of oxygen here. So oxygen has 6 atoms in outermost cell, but to be stable it needs 8. So what does it do? It share its 2 electrons with another oxygen atom, so both the atoms have 8 in outermost cell. With By this we have the oxygen molecule. So this is an example of covalent bond. Now let's move on. Now covalent bonds in carbon. Well, carbon makes covalent bond, and why does it make covalent, not ionic bond? Because if it wants to make ionic, there are two possibilities. We know that for a stable state, the outermost cell must have 8 electrons. So if carbon wants 8 electrons in the outermost cell, it will have to take 4 more electrons from some other element. But in that case, we will have only 6 positive charge in the nucleus and 10 negative charge. So it would be quite difficult to hold the structure. So that will not be stable. And if carbon transfer its 4 electrons from the outermost cell, then it will need much more amount of energy. So that's not possible. The best way to make the covalent bond, it can share its outermost 4 electrons to make stable to get stable states. So the valency of carbon is 4, and it not only makes bond with carbon, it also makes bond with other elements like hydrogen and some other elements as well. We will discuss that later. Now allotropes. Allotropes are different structural modification, means the same element but in the different states. So in case of carbon we have diamond, graphite and fullerene. We will discuss that. Let's move on. Diamond. Well, we all are aware of the fact that diamond is quite expensive. But one more fact, that diamond is the strongest element known to the human till now. Normally, if we talk about why it is strongest, actually the structure of carbon is arranged in a variation of the face-centered cubic crystals. The cubic crystals, we have atom at the face as well. So, and this structure forms the diamond lattice. and each carbon atom is bonded with other four carbon atoms, forming a three-dimensional shape like this. It is quite rigid and strong. Now, if we come to graphite, well, I think we all have used graphite because our pencil, the lead in the pencil, we use graphite to write. So it is semi-metal and crystalline form of carbon. It is the most stable form of carbon actually. In under some standard conditions it can conduct electricity as well. That's why we said semi-metal. So so each carbon atom is bonded to three other carbon atoms in the same plane, giving the shape of hexagonal array like this. Then we have fullerene. Well, in the fullerene, it is another type of allotrope of carbon, and it has long chain of carbon atoms. Like one known allotrope of the carbon, the fullerene is C60, like this. This it has a shape of football. Nowadays, carbon is used in so many things, like i- for making strong structures. We are using carbon. There are something called nanotubes made up of carbon. These are going to be used because of the carbon's properties. Okay, now let's move on. So these are some questions. So I want you to try these questions. You can pause the video, try these, then we'll move on. Well, these are the answers of given questions. I hope you got the correct answers. Thanks for watching this video. For more, you can visit justtutors.com. Thank you.